greatest fear that I have is whether or not we can change our attitudes and behavior. And this is the biggest challenge that we face. I was thinking the other day about doing a short animation about what it's like to go to a fast food restaurant in Malaysia in 2050. So amongst other things, after you eat at a fast food restaurant and you're finished with your food in 2050, what do you see everyone do? Everyone will go and take their tray to the recycling bin and pop it in. And that is going to be the most difficult thing to see in Malaysia. That's going to be the most difficult thing to see in Malaysia. We can't even stand on one side of the escalator. Despite repeated reminders. We can't even still sort our rubbish. You know, recycle, plastic. And these are things which I don't know how to teach people. Because these are the markers of civilization. These are the markers of civilization. In England, I'm not saying England is the most civilized place in the world, they do have hooligans as well, but in England, if you drive, who studied in England or who's been to England? Raise your hand. Okay, some here in front. Okay, this is good because not many people have been in England. In England, if you drive, you're driving, and then someone high beams you, you know, flash, high beam. You know what that means in England? It means you go, your way. Bagi laluan kayo, high beam, you go first. You know in Malaysia what that means? GTFO, you know what that is, right? I'm a minister, I'm not going to spell that out for you. So, do you think we can get there? Do you guys think we can get there? This is the biggest concern for me. This is the biggest concern for me. Because, you know, I was here in this very hall. I was here in this very hall when Dr Mahathir, father of Vision 2020, gave his last speech as president of Umno. And he said, look, he's done so much, he did so much. He said, look, one of the greatest things that I apologize for, he said I apologize for, is the fact that I couldn't change, and he was talking to Umno, so he said, I couldn't change the Malays enough. Couldn't change the Malays enough. And that doesn't just apply to the Malays, it applies to everybody. Couldn't change Malaysians enough. Because you can have the best laid out plans. You can have a roadmap to the top 20 nation in the world. But if you're not seeing attitudinal, behavioral changes amongst Malaysians, then we're not going to get there.